Right, everybody, how's everybody doing? What is happening? Yeah, I've been stacking up my kills and my wins. I got 41 wins and 442 kills. And today I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks that I've kind of gathered in the last few, let me say, days. And, well, let's just get into it. So the very first thing that I want to talk about is positioning and abilities. Abilities are kind of quite important to gain at least kills. You don't necessarily need abilities to win. There's a few easy mind games that you can do to win. I'm gonna go over the abilities in just a second. I got telekinesis now. It's kind of unfair, but whatever. I maxed it out and I wanted to do some, you know, funny videos with it, so I got that in there. But you can see I don't use it that often. I usually just use my 180s, my curve charts, and 360s sometimes even potentially. It depends on the time and what is actually happening right now. So the first thing that I do when I'm on the field is I'm trying to see who could be the weakest where I could lead the ball to, because you can actually control the ball in the game. So there you go. Usually the people that don't move much are the ones that I target. It's not always like that, you know, but sometimes, you know, I just think not moving and not being well positioned in this game is actually not a good idea. So let's speed up the ball here. I use that sometimes for telekinesis, but I'm going to show you something else that I'm doing. So I'm just going to speed up the shot, just trying to get it as fast as possible, and then I'm just going to give it to someone else, and there I got another kill in. So that is a very viable strategy. Let's do that again, actually. We can do that here again. I don't know. Okay, yeah, that worked. So we're kind of like, I don't know this person, but I guess we just kind of figured it out on how to just speed up the ball and then just thinking. But I'm gonna use something else. I'm gonna do mind games. Oh, didn't work because the guy just went into this with a force field, which is fine. We took someone out. That's good. So I have to kind of keep that in my mind. Force field is in the game, so I have to kind of like get that guy out, because with telekinesis, the thing here is that it's just not really good with the force field. And we killed another person. I used my ability here to stop. Oh my god, really? I used my ability here to stop, so I can just, you know, have a little bit of breathing time. I sometimes do that, as you can see. And we're doing pretty good. Right now, I'm just trying to do some good positioning, and I have to figure out what the abilities are of my enemies. Some abilities I'm good with, and some I'm pretty bad with. And invisibility is really tough on the 3 people that are left over. So I'm pretty sure that there's no invisibility here, but maybe this guy up here. I'm not really sure on that, so I'm just gonna try to use my ability here. I haven't seen this guy using it either, so I'm just gonna try to switch it a little bit up, do a few 180s, 360s, stuff like that. And let's try to take this guy out here with my ability. Oh, there we go. That is perfect, because my opponent actually is not able to use the ability, and I'm gonna mind game this, and I won. There we go. Alright, everybody, let's get into the first few tips that I have for you. So the most important thing, obviously, is the lag and the ping. If you're in Europe like me, in Germany, if you play on an American server, for example, yeah, you're not gonna have fun. You're gonna have at least 100 ping plus, and you don't want to play on a physics game with a high ping. It just doesn't make sense. Now, if you have an old machine, you can't really change that much real fast, you know, but you need to at least have the minimum requirements to play the game on your mobile phone or on your computer. Now, if that is not the case, then I can't help you. You need a new device. Now, on the info tab, you can see here, I'm in Germany. DE stands for Deutschland, Germany. So I'm good. I always just rejoin games until I find the right server, and you should definitely do the same for you. Now let's talk about the positioning, because you can see in the just the game before I was moving a lot. There's a lot of people that don't move at all. They just stand around and play. I think that's the worst idea, the worst thing to do. But if you're on mobile, you don't have a high mobility on mobile unless you're super pro with that. I guess that's fine, but I'm playing on a computer, so I like to stay on the outside of the circle. But sometimes, because I'm a little bit cocky, like, you know, some other players, I like to get into the action and take some people out. So I go into the middle and try to do it. But if you really are struggling to get the wins, I don't suggest you doing this. Now, another ability that I'm going to talk about in just a second is invisibility, and some other abilities that I'm going to talk about that are really good. So, oh, that's interesting. Let's stop that. And I'm sorry. That was telekinesis. I know telekinesis is kind of unfair, but whatever. I don't use it a lot, but if I see these things, I like to use it. It's really fun to do. Anyways, yeah, so I like to, if you're new to the game and if you haven't really figured out how to win yet, I suggest you to stay outside of the circle, you know, just like on this position. Don't have anybody behind you, because if somebody is behind you, you know, they can literally get the ball and snipe you so fast, especially when the ball is going to get a little bit faster, so I don't suggest you to do that. Now, yeah, if you have the chance for other people to let them battle it out, let them. That is also another very good thing. Now, he wants to really engage with me, and I don't. See, this is how I played him out, because I curved the shot. You can literally curve the shot and do these things. I made a video on this. It's a tutorial. It's a curved shot tutorial. Now, oh my god, I'm really happy that he lost with that. So, yeah, there's another invisibility. You have to really, really be careful with invisibilities here, because especially when it gets lower like this, they can become really, really annoying. So I'm gonna try to take him out first, but he's gonna go invisible in just a second, I'm pretty sure. So I have to be ready for it. It's gonna happen any second now, I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna go behind him, trying to sneak up. Ah, that was smart, that was smart. I kind of had a plan here, but it didn't work. Anyways, but that's fine, you know, that's fine. It happens in this game. I've died so many times, you can't even count it anymore. So these are just like the good times that I had, the 42. But I've died so many times, and don't get discouraged by that, because you just learn from it. You just learn from it. Don't sneak up behind people, you know. Sometimes I do it, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I did not see the force field coming in here. But anyways, let's do some more tips, okay? So another thing is to know what ability is doing what. If you don't know the abilities in the game, then you should certainly learn them. I'm gonna go after this game. I can go through the abilities if you want, and we can go and do some research on this together. It's fine. But on the other side, it's really good to see who has what ability, especially in the beginning like this. It doesn't really matter. You don't really watch out for that. So maybe if there's a rupture in the game or something, I look at that, because that is quite dangerous. Rupture is a really good skill that you get by spinning. I don't know. It depends on when you're gonna see this video. Maybe it's gonna come out as a normal one at all. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so I don't engage in these kind of battles. I just like to stop them and annoy them like this. So there we go. We know that there's at least one person that's going invisible, so we have to keep that in mind. There was one guy that was jumping very high up into the sky, so we have that as well. There's a guy, probably a mobile player here. That's why he's standing still. No, it's not necessarily for sure that it's yeah, but you see, he died pretty fast, so I usually think it has to do with that. But yeah, anyways, so I'm gonna like to stay on the outside, like to stay on the back here, don't have anybody behind me, like to have some distance. You can engage in close battles like that, you can do it. Let's see who's gonna go invisible. Nobody. Okay. Oh, that was a nice save though. That was a very nice save. Yeah. So the battlefield is going to become a little bit less now. We can have a little bit more freedom when it comes to run. We're 5 people right now. We have to at least take another person out. And I like to, there we go. I like to curve my shots. Like I said, I have a tutorial on it. You can do 180s. Let's do 180 here. Because it's going to immediately pass through to the other person. Oh, there it is. There's the force field. So we have to remember that. I'm going to try to take that force field out. It's right here on the right side. So let's try to engage in a battle here. Okay, no interest in that. Okay, let's try to use the ability if it's already working. There we go. We took out the force field. That was very dangerous. You have to play a little bit more strategic after some time. So it's 3 players left. I don't know. Maybe we can win this. So if this happens, I'm just gonna try that these two are gonna battle it out. Yeah, like that. I hope that they're gonna battle it out. Okay, they know how to curve as well. So there's no real battling out in this case. We just have to have really good reflexes. There we go, and we have a standoff. Now let's see. Oh my god, that was close. I had to stop it. Let's bring in the ball into speed, and we lost this one. That's fine. Anyways, these are the tips that I have for you. You can see I always get into the, most of the time at least, get into the standoff. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. Don't get discouraged by it, because that's basically the game. You can only get better from losing. And that's basically it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. See you.